Google Maps has suspended the bearded agent for deceptive business practices. Can you believe it? I couldn't believe it. This actually happened almost a year ago. It happened in September or maybe October. And I was totally shocked. So I spent the whole holiday like kind of moping about it because I was like, "What the heck?" I really it bothered me how I thought that looked to the public. So let me explain what happened. Let me explain why we're talking. So we're talking because I have now fixed it and I want to gather reviews from my past clients, from folks that have sat with me in a professional setting that maybe we didn't work together, from anyone that knows me in a professional world. I'm trying to gather your review on that profile so that I can gain back some of that credibility I had to the public before all this happened. Let me explain what happened. I had changed brokerages a couple times, changed names a couple of times on Google My Business. That's actually not that big of a deal with Google. You can do that. But in 2018, I started the Bearded Agent, and then that had gone through some iterations of how it was being named publicly and some different things, and there's corporations a whole bunch involved with that. But it all wasn't that important. That was all just sort of style. Well, then I changed brokerages, and that is important because I need to denote the brokerage name in my public marketing so that I don't get in marketing jail with California and DRE and all kinds. There's reasons you do that for transparency and for consumer awareness. So when I had done that, the a couple of times within KW, it was no big deal because it was always Keller Williams. Well, then I went to EXP, which was a little fishy for them, but they did actually suspend me briefly, but I was able to appeal and get out, no big deal. Well, then I went to another brokerage. So I was only at EXP. Many of you don't even know. I was only at EXP for like 8 months. And then I went to another brokerage called Y Realty, and I've been there since September, October. So that's when this problem came in, and Google had initially suspended it. I had appealed the suspension. I thought it was going to be no big deal, like EXP again, and they actually declined the appeal, largely because I had also moved into a home office. So now my Google My Business is here, registered at my home office, and their basic premise is that I don't operate a storefront, but I still show up as a business listed at a specific location on Google Maps. The way around that is I can still be a business, I just can't have a specific location. So anyway, that's way in the weeds of what happened. It's done now, it's resolved. I got a brand new profile. It is not the old profile being restored though, it is a brand new profile. So that means that if you've ever left me a review, if you've ever, many of you have left reviews on my website or on Zillow, but not on Google. Many of you have done all three, the Google ones are gone. So if you would be so kind, I really need to rebuild that, both for personal just credibility reasons, but also to the public. I think it's important for transparency, for folks to know that an 18-year agent, isn't totally lacking on that area. I don't know, but that's important to me. So hopefully you can understand that. Many of you, right? I talk to you about your listings and what's important to you, and how, and I redirect so many of you into let's worry less about the weeds and the minutia and more about getting you to your ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is to serve more families as eloquently and as properly as I can. And in order to do that, I got to have some of the right pillars set up, and Google is a big one for most folks. I can tell you most people, probably you included, Googled me before you even sat with me. Many of you who knew me and still Googled me, and I expect you to, and I want you to. Therefore, I want to build this back up. So anyway, I'm sure you can understand my concerns, and I hope that you will be willing to write me a review. If for any reason you can't leave me a 5-star review, please let me know before that happens. But we are looking for the best reviews possible. I would love it if you went on there and went ahead and posted that. You may see this video more than once, so I appreciate your patience with all of this. I know that many of you have busy lives, and this is not part of it, and I appreciate you making this part of your life for just a few minutes for me today. Thank you so much, and I hope we talk soon.